Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to WWE Dark, where tonight we're kicking it off with action on the NXT side of things from East Garden City, New York, and coming out first with the new number one contenders for the NXT Tag Team Championship.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, accompanied by Wes Lee from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing in at 200 pounds, Cedric Alexander.
It was last week here in NXT where these two men, the Hurt Business, Wes Lee and Cedric Alexander, earned themselves an opportunity at the NXT Tag Team titles. They will get it this weekend at NXT TakeOver Deadline as they challenge the champions who have been dominating over the NXT Tag Team division for several months now. The Viking Raiders, Eric and Ivar. It was a couple of weeks ago, last week on NXT, where these two men, the Hurt Business, were able to defeat Los Lotharios of Legado del Fantasma, defeating Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo of Los Garza, whatever the hell you want to call them. They were able to get the win with the Hurt Business. They will take on the Raiders at Deadline. But tonight it is singles competition. Here to kick us off live on Dark. And here comes the opponent of Cedric Alexander with Wes by his side, of course. It is one half of the NXT Tag Team Champions, the big man, Ivar. Are going to be an absolute war tonight to kick us off live on Dark on this Universe Mode episode 248. It's going to be a fun one. Here come the NXT Tag Team Champions, folks.
Accompanied by Eric, representing the Viking Raiders from Valhalla, weighing in at 305 pounds, one half of the NXT Tag Team Champions, Ivar!
There's a 100-pound weight difference between these two men in singles competition to try and get a warm-up for their tag title showdown this weekend at Deadline, with the gold of the NXT white and gold brand on the line. Tonight's singles action to get us ready for it. Cedric Alexander one-on-one with Ivar to get us started here tonight live on Dark. Welcome to the show, folks. I'm Callum, otherwise known as the KO King. Welcome to KO Productions. Welcome to WWE Dark. As Rod Zapata rings the bell, matchup is underway. Let's waste no further time. Get straight to the action. Here we go, man. Let's get to work. Matchup now. Cedric Ivar takes the fight to Alexander. As this matchup gets going now, Ivar gonna Irish whip Cedric. Get in the corner, big massive splash now by one half of the NXT Tag Team Champions. Eric and Ivar, the Raiders, been the champs all the way since TakeOver Great American Bash, winning them back in November, defeating Imperium of Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci, which are no longer a thing anymore. Vinci getting kicked out of the group as Kaiser defeated him last week on NXT to cut the dead weight out of Imperium by orders of the leader, former NXT champion, the Ring General, Gunther. It's going to be an awesome weekend of action this week, of course, folks, as the NXT brand will do their thing at TakeOver Deadline. As Alexander off the middle rope, beautiful tornado. DDT now off the middle rope here, not in the corner this time. Another one connects in the big man, but Ivar still getting to his feet, and again, third time. Could be the charm there for Alexander as he shoots the half of the massive Ivar. Cover here, shoulders down for the big win. Here in NXT Dark, and a kick out there. As you see Eric sliding a steel chair into the ring here in this contest. But like I was saying, folks, Deadline this weekend, followed by the Royal Rumble of the main roster. Massive stakes in the Rumble going down there, folks. It's Ivar now back on the attack, and down goes Alexander. Big splash. That may take the air out of his lungs there, but a kick out by Cedric Alexander. Not even at a one count. Referee couldn't even get in position to slap his hand on the mat for the count of one. As Ivar now taking the fight to Alexander as we get ready for Deadline and the Rumble coming up this weekend. The Raiders will be only second ever NXT Tag Team Champions as the Hurt Business look to become the third ever NXT Tag Champs. They've had an opportunity before, have the Hurt Business, losing back at TakeOver Battleground to Vinci and Kaiser, the inaugural NXT Tag Team Champions Imperium. Can they win it at Deadline? Maybe not. If Ivar is doing his thing here against Cedric, scores a 2 off that leg drop from the top rope. Alexander able to power out, however. And Ivar is Really trying to soften up Alexander for that title showdown at Deadline. As Ivar clearly, firmly in control. Who to kick is off on the NXT side of things. And he's got in City, New York. Ivar, tope suicida. Cheap shot there, taking out Wesley. He's trying to run on his tag team partner at ringside. Cedric Alexander. Look at Ivar now. Loving life. Handspring, back elbow by the big man. We've saw that multiple times from Ivar. We'll see it again. It's always a thing of beauty. Cover now on Cedric. Follow in here. 2 count kick out again by Alexander, who stays alive. Great battle tonight. His Deadline is coming up very shortly. Here on this series, Alexander trying to fight back here. Look at the strength of Cedric. Brain Buster going to drop Ivar on the top of his head. Cover here, will this be it? 2 count of the big man and he'll fall. Eric likes what he sees. Kick out there is Cedric Alexander missing the cannonball senton from the bottom rope. Ivar looking to take advantage. Picks him up to a vertical base. Alexander in trouble on the shoulder of Ivar. Shoulder breaker. Ivar now covers for the win here to set the scene for Deadline this weekend. It's another near fall. Alexander kicks out again. Man, Ivar doesn't know what the hell to do here to kick us off on top. Cedric Alexander fighting with all he can. Massive knee, not enough to knock down the big man. Massive flying clothesline again. Ivar on wobbly foundation, but he's still not able to fall to the mat. As Cedric another knee strike, and Alexander another one. Ivar not falling to the mat. Massive elbow. And now Cedric another knee. This time down he goes. And you saw referee Rod's a para fixing the turnbuckle pad, but there you see Eric again unloading it. Exposing the steel and now distracting Alexander here at ringside. Wesley going to do something on the other side. Ivar getting back to his feet. Looking to take advantage. Alexander distracted from Eric here. Ivar from behind. Schoolboy to steal it here. End of the tag title match this weekend. Cover. 2 count. Alexander still in it. Ivar doesn't know what to do here. Massive kick as Cedric keeps fighting back. Eric with a distraction, didn't pay off, but a spinning heel kick may do the trick. No, Cedric back to his feet, massive clothesline this time. Gonna stumble the big man. Roll to the outside now is Alexander looking to do what he does best, and that is fly. Inside of the ring, all the way to the floor. Here comes Cedric now. Rope assist with a toe base, suicida taking out Ivar on the outside. This is the action you can expect this weekend at TakeOver Deadline, as these two teams will kick off the show at Deadline, with the NXT Tag Team titles hanging in the balance. The Raiders had some incredible defenses thus far of the NXT Tag Team Gold. Defeating the likes of Imperium, defeating the likes of the D'Angelo family, defeating the likes of Fraxium, Damian Priest and JD McDonough. Wait a minute, Eric just threw Alexander on the steel steps. That should be a disqualification. Referee Rod Zapata able to see it. Count of 6 here as Ivar looks on. Look at this from Ivar, but Cedric Alexander going back after Eric. Count of 8. Alexander going to get back in the ring. He does. And then Eric right there. Oh, Ivar big 4 on there. Oh, top rope goes that big fella. Not where you want to be is Cedric Alexander. Cedric trying to stop him in his tracks. Big shot from Ivar at the top. And now Ivar. Unbelievable senton with standing Alexander. Cover. Shoulders down. Ivar for the win. Head of the tag title match this weekend. Another kick out by Cedric. Kicking out of everything that Ivar's thrown at him tonight. Maybe that's what you're going to do at Deadline as well, to keep down Alexander, and of course Wesley going to be in there as well. Massive clothesline again by Alexander, fighting his groove here. Where the hell is Cedric going? On the outside of the ring here. Ivar right there. Oh, went for a shot there with Cedric. Missing the shots. Alexander though didn't miss that one. The springboard in the clothesline. Cedric got Ivar right where he wants some. Ivar getting to his feet. Alexander, will this be a scene that we will see at Deadline? Fisherman, Brain Buster, cover. Leg is hooked in the Fisherman position. Referee tied up though. That would have been a 2, a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and a kick out. Would have been a count of 7. He would have beaten him twice with Cedric Alexander if it wasn't for Eric exposing the steel turnbuckle there. And now Ivar going to take advantage and drop Cedric right on his head with a Rikishi driver. Shades of the Hall of Famer, cover now center of the ring. Ivar for the win, leg hook, shoulders down. Scoring 2, and a kick out by Cedric again. And Cedric would have had him. That is great tag team work there from Eric and Ivar. Of course, not a tag team match tonight, but of course the tag champions are present here on Dark. Will they be tag champs? outcome after deadline, it remains to be seen. Alexander back into the ring. Springboards off the middle rope, missing the mark that time. Ivar gonna make him pay. Elbow drop by the big fella. And a leg drop now by Ivar. Wesley not liking what he's seen as his tag partner. Could very well not be 100% going in a deadline in the title matchup this weekend. Alexander low clothesline and trying to find his gear here. Trying to get a second gear in the corner now. Alexander has a clothesline now on Ivar. Off the ropes now, ducking that from Ivar. No, flying clothesline nipping up now. Alexander feeling it. And he's got instead of New York. And there's Eric again with a distraction. Eric again getting all up in the grill of Cedric. Referee Rod Zapata got to do something about the interference of the other half of the tag team champions here. It's from behind. There's Ivar. Massive spinning heel kick. And now Cedric getting to his feet. Alexander a first chop. Big kick. Second time of the match. Here goes Cedric. Brain buster to Ivar. He's not done yet, not by a long shot. Tippy top rope. Frog splash by Cedric. Cover. Well, let's do it now. 2 count. No, kick out. But if that 3 count does happen at deadline, we will see new NXT Tag Team Champs as Cedric goes to take out Eric. But this is a tag team match. All well and good in a tag match, but you got to keep your eye on your opponent. Or that be said, even the legal man in the tag team match. Cedric back in, Ivar takes advantage, runs out of the DDT. Busts Cedric wide open on the canvas. That's Cedric back to a vertical base, missing that in the face shot. Ivar certainly isn't missing that roundhouse kick. Got him in the chest multiple times there. Oh, blocks that one, and again, Eric with a distraction. Ivar going to take advantage against the ropes now. Oh, big elbow from Cedric Alexander. Eric's got to be evacuated here by the referee. Rod Zapata, but may not need to get those the lumbar check by Alexander. Turns Ivar for inside out cover. Well, let's do it. Scoring 2. Cedric, no! Almost had him. Oh, what the hell is it going to take to just put down Ivar? Never mind both members of the Raiders. Come this weekend at TakeOver Deadline with the tag titles on the line. Cedric. Slingshot crossbody taking out Ivar on the ringside here. Unreal. Ivar gonna get set back into the ring as Alexander goes for Eric and he gets some massive flying clothesline on the floor. But again, gotta keep advantage. Gonna keep your target and interest on that man right there who just flew with a massive crossbody on Alexander. Oh, look at this. Ivar, massive clothesline there. On the big man, springboard style, headed up to the top. Alexander in the drop zone. Could be all she wrote right here. Ivar tombstone by the big man. Cover, leg hook, shoulders down, scoring 2, and Ivar victorious against one half of the #1 contenders. One half of the champs with a win tonight on WWE Dark, and will that be the scene that we will see this weekend at TakeOver Deadline in just a short matter of hours here right on KO Productions channel. What a win for Ivar. Can the Hurt Business battle back at Deadline and capture the tag team titles on their second go around at trying to get the tag gold of the white and gold brand? But a massive win for the Raiders here tonight. Their defenses of the tag titles may continue to grow. They may have 7 successful defenses by the time Deadline is all over and done with. Massive win for Ivar to kick us off live on Dark this evening from the NXT brand at East Garden City, New York. But still to come tonight, your main event of the evening on the SmackDown side of things. The Genius of the Sky, Io Sky, battling Liv Morgan. The winner will get a higher entry number in the Royal Rumble match than the loser. That's still to come in your main event later on tonight. But on the Raw brand, we've got action coming up next as Big E representing the New Day with Kofi Wood by his side going one-on-one with Tommaso Ciampa right here live on the Monday Night Raw side of things next on WWE Dark. As though you see Big E sliding into the ring with Woods and Kofi by his side. Massive matchup on the Raw side of things in your penultimate contest of the evening. It's next live on Dark, folks. Don't go anywhere. Here on the Raw side of things in St. Paul, Minnesota for this massive matchup tonight. It was last week on Monday Night Raw where Kofi Kingston failed to win the United States Championship from Sami Zayn. You know, Zayn will defend it this weekend at the Royal Rumble Premium Live event against the new #1 contender, the Viper, Randy Orton, who was able to defeat the glorious Bobby Roode this past week on Monday Night Raw. But it's not about Sami Zayn and the US title tonight. It's about potential future contenders for the US title. This man included former WWE Tag Team Champion, one of the inaugural ones in fact, Tommaso Ciampa.
From Milwaukee, Wisconsin, weighing in at 201 pounds, Tommaso Ciampa.
Yeah, the ring announcer Mike Romsey representing DIY. He does not represent DIY anymore as he turned his back on his best friend and tag team partner, inaugural tag team champion partner that of Johnny Gargano, but he still gets announced representing DIY because that is what Ciampa wanted, a personal request from Tommaso Ciampa, because the DIY does not stand for him and Gargano anymore. It stands for the literal meaning. DIY, do it yourself. That's what Tommaso Ciampa does, and that's what he's lining out to do tonight against Big E, live on Dark. Your Raw official Chad Patton rings the bell. Here we go, folks. Matchup is underway. Neither of these superstars going to be entering in the Men's Royal Rumble this weekend. Ciampa had an opportunity in the mini contender series to try and get into the Rumble. He lost to Johnny Gargano, his former tag team partner, in the first round, and then Gargano went on this past week to defeat Rob Van Dam in a massive upset win. Gargano's going to be in his second Rumble in a row, whereas Tommaso Ciampa and Big E going to both miss out on the Rumble matchup. And a big heavy haymakers are going to start between these two men. We're going to slugfest on deck. He's slapping Namusha Ciampa. Ciampa with a big right hand there. Big E battling back. No, Ciampa able to block. Now Big E blocking. Back and forth action here tonight on WWE Dark between these two superstars. Live from St. Paul, Minnesota. Who's going to get the upper hand? It's going to be Ciampa here as they trade blows. Ciampa, massive knee. Right at our jaw V. Gotta love that rhyme there as Tommaso Ciampa picks him up the vertical base. Massive smack. Look at Ciampa once again. Another combination offense. He down on the mat. Tommaso Ciampa middle rope waiting for E to get to his feet here. Measuring his man. Tommaso Ciampa, one of the most dangerous superstars on the roster as a whole, as he shows Big E that first hand. Double axe handle off the middle rope. Cover, 2 count on E, near fall. Okay, there by Big E. Ciampa the run, Sam with a flipping neck breaker to Big E. And now Storm, but he getting to his feet, and now Big E gonna run him through like a freight train now. He runs through Ciampa like a freight train, picks him up, look at the strength of Big E in town. He goes. Man, gorilla press and a massive slam. Ciampa on the outside and a double axe handle off the apron here at ringside now. Right in front of us here at the desk. Big E gonna send Ciampa back into the ring. That's where you have to win the matchup. Can't win it out there. Big E knows, veteran instincts as he's taking the fight at Ciampa tonight on Dark. What a weekend you're going to be in store for. Ladies and gentlemen, there's going to be some awesome action. NXT TakeOver Deadline, followed immediately by the Royal Rumble the night after. Gonna be awesome. You don't want to miss it. But look at E waist lock here on Tommaso Ciampa. Face first goes Ciampa to the mat. Cover now. Leg is hooked, shoulders down. Scoring 2-0. Still not enough. Man, oh man. Look at Big E here. Massive shots now. Stomping away. On Tommaso Ciampa. Gonna be some awesome action this weekend as well as next week as well as your main event later on tonight on Dark. But right now Ciampa with a psycho cutter by the psycho killer himself. Cover on E, well let's do it. 2 count connecting, there fall there Big E. Able to muscle that powerful shoulder up off the canvas. This matchup continuing live on Dark. E getting back to his feet and now Big E running again. STO on Ciampa. Big E fires back with authority now. Picks him up. Look at the strength of E. Is he perhaps looking for a big ending? No, just a power slam. Down goes Ciampa though. E off the ropes. We know what he's looking for here. The big splash by Big E. Cover. 2 for the 1 more. Let's do it. A kick out. No stakes in this match, but it's going to be a way for both these superstars to climb up the power rankings. Which one are going to be able to do so? I have to wait and see, but right now it's Big E. Massive clothesline, down goes Ciampa. The straps go down from E. The stomps on the chest of Ciampa. It's all serious now from the New Day member, Big E. He went to dive off the apron, went for a senton. Nobody there, no water in the pool. It's Tommaso Ciampa able to move out of the way there. Now face first off the barricade. A massive knee on the outside by Ciampa. Ciampa now with the ring to himself. It's referee Chad Patton trying to count Big E out here. Count of 4. Will Ciampa take the count out? Victory? No, he will not! Slingshot corkscrew crossbody by Tommaso Ciampa to the outside on E. Massive shots and a massive DDT. My Lord Almighty. Ciampa goes Big E back into the ring. To the top rope goes Tommy C. Elbow drop, nobody home. He moves in harm's way. This is not good for Ciampa now. Big E, back in there. That may be it. Come on, hooking the leg, shoulders down. 2 count, no kick out by Tommaso Ciampa. Unbelievable offense. How the hell was Ciampa able to kick out of the big ending? He's going to keep on working, going to keep on keeping on tonight. It's still to come on Dark. We're going to find out a matchup between Io Sky and Liv Morgan, the woman. Going to main event this episode of Dark, much like they did last week on SmackDown, with Charlotte defending her newly won WWE Women's title against the former champ, Bianca Belair. But later on tonight, the Genius in the Sky, the newest addition of the SmackDown Women's Division. Io Sky does battle with Liv Morgan. Winner gets a higher entrant number in the Women's Rumble than the loser does. It's right now Ciampa with fairy tale ending on Big E. Could this be it? 2 count kick out again as this match continues. And we're back live on WWE Dark. It's Big E taking control with a spear to the outside of the apron on Ciampa. Unbelievable. We've seen it before from Big E. We'll see it again. Throwing caution to the win. Here is E. And I'm going to send them back into the squared circle. Big E for a massive victory here on Dark. Off the ropes, off again. A big splash number 2. Cover again. Leg hook, shoulders down. Thanks for coming, Ciampa. No! Ciampa again. Kicking out once more. He has no clue what the hell he has to do here. Ciampa keeps battling back, as does Big E. Once again getting a slugfest here on Dark. Back and forth action. Trading shots, trading blows, but Ciampa egging E on. He egging Ciampa on. Not hard enough, and this is what the paying audience here in St. Paul, Minnesota came to see for the Raw matchup on the WWE Dark episode tonight. Episode 248 of Universe Motor. Ciampa with a psycho. Knees to the back. Project Ciampa. 2 count on E. Near fall again. Big E still alive in this contest. Unbelievable. Top rope once more from Ciampa. He went for an elbow drop earlier. Didn't get it, but this time gets a big knee from the top rope. Big knee to Big E, but Big E fights back. Massive shot, second time of the match. Ciampa in trouble in the big ending again. That's gotta be it. E for the win. 2 count on Ciampa. Score, no! I thought he was gonna score the 3, but not just yet. How is Ciampa fading after all this? Ciampa must be a man possessed. Must not be human as he smacks Big E upside the face, and now there's fairy tale ending. Number 2 there from Ciampa, but he doesn't seem like he's done by a long shot. Kick to the midsection once more, and another fairy tale ending on Big E. Leg is hooked, shoulder down now. 2 count, got him. Tommaso Ciampa with a massive victory, literally against Big E, here live on WWE Dark. What a win, what a match between these 2 young aspiring stars on the Monday Night Raw brand. Tommaso Ciampa wants to climb up the power rankings. Perhaps a win like that over Big E may allow him to do just that. With the road to WrestleMania fastly approaching, that's a match, that's a win that Tommaso Ciampa very well needed. What a way to climb yourself up the ranks from Tommaso Ciampa. The New Day devastated with Big E's Miss Cummins and Miss Fortune tonight, but Ciampa, massive one, live on Dark. It's now it's time for your main event of the evening on the SmackDown side of things from Cincinnati, Ohio, here live on WWE Dark. The winner of this match will get a higher entry number in the Women's Rumble than the loser does. It's Io Sky, it's Liv Morgan, it's next live in your main event of WWE Dark. Massive stakes at hand for the first ever Women's Dark main event.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring, representing Damage Control from Tokyo, Japan, Io Sky!
So both these women will be a part of the Women's Royal Rumble matchup this weekend at the Royal Rumble PLE. But the winner of this match will get a higher entrant number than the loser does. It could be by 1 entrant, it could be by 29 entrants. We'll find out who gets the higher number. It's next in your main event of Dark. Don't go anywhere, folks. We're back live on the SmackDown side of things from Cincinnati. There you see Liv Morgan making her way to the ring. Now the winner, of course, getting a higher entrant number than the loser. It's not like the matchup we saw this past week on SmackDown between Kevin Owens and Sheamus, where the winner would be in the Rumble, the loser would not. Both these women will be in the Women's Rumble, but the winner gets a higher spot than the loser does. So let's say, for example, Liv Morgan wins this match, and let's see she enters number 14. We know that Io Sky will be between number 1 and number 13. If Io Sky wins, and let's say she enters number 22, we know that Liv Morgan will enter between number 1 to number 21. So you get the gist. It could be by just one number. It could be the winner of this enters number 29. The loser enters number 28. The winner enters number 29. The loser enters number 1. You never know, because we know number 30 in the Rumble match will be Bayley, after Bayley won the Gauntlet Eliminator match back at Evolution between 4 Raw stars and 4 SmackDown stars. Bayley, of course, being one of the Raw participants in that one. Io Sky being one of the SmackDown participants, and Sky was the last eliminated. She was in the final 2 alongside Bayley, coming up short against the role model in that one, who will be number 30 in the Women's Royal Rumble matchup, being a massive favourite to win the thing. And we know a massive favourite on the men's side to win the thing, Kevin Owens, who this past week defeated Sheamus, earning his spot in the men's Royal Rumble matchup. He will be number 25 in the men's Royal Rumble matchup after getting that massive victory. We don't know what entrant the winner or loser will get. We just know the winner will get a higher number than the loser in this contest, as Io comes off the middle rope with a Hurricane Rana. Is Charles Robinson, the senior official of SmackDown, overseeing the action here. Double knees by Sky there to the abdominals of Morgan. Cover 2 count. No, just a 1 there. Kick out by Liv Morgan. Io, though, breaking at the neck with a flipping neck breaker by Sky. Io, of course, a part of that Gauntlet Eliminator at Evolution, like we mentioned, one of the newest additions to the SmackDown brand, defeating Charlotte Flair in her first night, defeating Nikki Cross in her first appearance on Dark, and then losing to Charlotte Flair in a contenders match, and losing in that gauntlet as well. It's her 5th match, a part of the blue brand. Can she win it? Can she go on to win the Rumble to get a championship opportunity, perhaps against Charlotte, or whoever is champion by the time we get to Mania? Lad, middle rope drop kick, nicely done. Liv Morgan was so close to winning the Queen of the Ring tournament as well. Back at Evolution, she made it all the way to the finals, defeating a woman that she has never been able to defeat in the semi-finals here in this series, defeating the boss, Sasha Banks, the inaugural Women's World Champion, able to put down Sasha at Evolution in the semis before coming up short to Io's good friend, a woman she knows very well, Kairi Sane of the Kabuki Warriors, who will get the opportunity at the Royal Rumble against Alexa Bliss for the Women's World title one-on-one. But Io, massive drop kick from the springboard, cover on Liv, scoring 2 and near fall. Both these women will be a part of the Women's Royal Rumble matchup. They won't be entering number 30. We know Bayley will be, but it could be any other number. The winner will get higher than the loser. Here in this matchup, Liv wants to redeem herself after her loss in the finals of the Queen of the Ring tournament, whereas Io wants to redeem herself after her shortcomings in big matchups against the likes of Charlotte Flair, the Gauntlet Eliminator, and Flair and Belair for the WWE Women's title at Clash at the Castle, after she earned that opportunity by beating Charlotte on her first night a part of the SmackDown brand. Liv, though, forearm there. Catching her on the apron, top rope goes Morgan here in your main event of the evening, as the woman showing up and showing out, especially on the SmackDown brand. Massive crossbody by Liv off the top. Cover on Io to get a higher number in the Rumble. Then Io Sky here and a kick out. Sky able to stay alive. Liv Morgan not having it. Big shot though, rolling through his Sky. Look at Io. Look at this combination offense here. Massive roundhouse kick to the top of the head now and left. Oh, but a big kick caught by Morgan and a dragon screw leg whip. We will be ready to rumble this weekend, man. Gotta be some awesome action. As well as Deadline the night before as well on the NXT side of things. You don't want to miss it. You've got to make sure to be subscribed to this KO Productions channel so you don't miss any of this exciting action coming up this weekend as we are getting to the road. WrestleMania. Morgan, double knees out of the corner, cover on Sky for the win here. 2 count kick out. Massive action. We know next week's edition of SmackDown we'll see Daniel Bryan and Chad Gable go at it for the Intercontinental title as right now Liv Morgan demonstrating how you eliminate someone from the Royal Rumble. Clothesline and Io over the top with both their feet head on the floor. If that happens to the Rumble, Io will be eliminated. And Liv with a top big crossbody through the middle rope. I mean, technically she can do that. And the Women's Rumble if she wants to. She just can't go over the top rope. Liv Morgan throwing caution to the wind. She wants to get a good number in the Rumble. I mean, it might not necessarily be a good number. It could be the fact that Liv Morgan draws number 2 and Io draws number 1. You never know, but Liv off the top rope, sent on a lower back of Sky. Cover for the win here to get a higher number than Io on a near fall. Io kicks out again. Charles Robinson was right there. Liv Morgan not having it whatsoever. This crowd tonight in Cincinnati on the dark edition of SmackDown. Loving every second of the action, as do I. Io gonna send Liv into the corner. Liv doesn't know where she's at here. Wobbly foundation for Morgan. Massive Showtime palm straight by the genius of the Sky. Io now to big top rope here. Spanish fly off the top by Sky. Liv Morgan and agony here on the mat. Covered by Io to get a higher entry number in the Rumble than Morgan. 2 count check out by Liv. How the hell is Liv fading out of their onslaught here from Io Sky? Oblivion nowhere. Going to her feet and nails it. Cover on Io. Taking a higher number than Sky in the Rumble. 2 count. No kick out by Io Sky. Unbelievable. I cannot wait until the Royal Rumble PLE. 2 massive Rumble matches. Some other massive championship contests. 5 other, in fact, as Io went for a backslide pinning predicament. Liv kicking out before Charles Robinson could even get his hand on the mat for the pin. But look at Io now. Gonna transition. And a Koji clutch submission. Morgan in trouble. Submission holds cinched in tight. Liv Morgan nowhere to go here. Scrambling to try and get to the ropes and try and fight her way through. Will Io get the win here? Will Liv tap out or pass out due to the pin? Charles Robinson right there to see if she does so. And if that does happen, Io will get a higher number than Liv. And the Rumble with Liv able to elbow her way free and get out of it. Elbow right at the top of the head. What a very competitive matchup tonight on Dark between these 2 women of SmackDown. Both these women of the SmackDown roster are some incredible talents. Who are the best that the SmackDown Women's Division have to offer, even just the SmackDown roster in general. Liv Morgan, we know how close she came in the Queen of the Ring tournament. Io, of course, was not a part of that tournament, and she just got called up to SmackDown as it was getting started, but she did defeat the number 1 contender, Charlotte Flair, and Charlotte now the champion. Charlotte did get her win back against Io to earn a one-on-one opportunity at the title of Evolution, which she was able to win against Flair and retain it last week on SmackDown, but Io almost with a win there on Morgan with a middle rope arm drag. Morgan able to kick out. This one continuing. Liv getting to her feet now. Massive clothesline from Liv. And now trying to get a little flurry of offense here. Trying to get into second gear. Catching the leg and sweeping the other one down. Goes Sky on the mat now. Liv Morgan on fire. They get a higher entrant number than Io. And the Women's Royal Rumble match. Big kick to the midsection on Sky. Off the ropes. Double knee to the face of Io. Down goes Io Sky. Cover Liv Morgan for a massive victory. 2 count. No, again kicking out as Io. Liv not going to get a higher number than Sky, at least not yet. She's got to keep her foot in the gas pedal, however. And that's an incredible main event in Dark from Cincinnati, Ohio. On the SmackDown side of things, Io back to a vertical base. Hurricane Run as this match continues. We're back live on Dark. Io Sky setting up Liv Morgan in the corner. Big kick on now. Bam! That double knees. Bullet train attack by Io Sky. Over she goes. Sky, Tetley, top rope to put away Liv Morgan now. Over the moonsault. That'll do it. Sky to get a higher number than Liv. And the Women's Rumble. 2 count. No, kick out by Liv Morgan. Are you serious? Are you kidding me? What on earth is it going to take? How the hell is Liv Morgan kicking out? One of the best moonsaults in the game, if not the best moonsault in the game. From the genius of the Sky, Io. Io swinging a kick, missing. Liv, kick, caught. Io, Sky now. Look at this, Liv Morgan. Shoulders down to try and steal the win here. To get a higher number in the Rumble than Sky, and they're full again. Oh, I'd love to see these two start off the Women's Rumble. Would be an absolute treat to see. Liv with an incredible kick there. Gonna drop Io and Io now out to the apron, trying to catch a breather. Sky though, massive forearm, trying to come back in now. Io, Sky, kick caught again from Liv. Turned round, Liv Morgan now, massive forearm again. Just absolute incredible action. Can't wait for these two women to light it up in the Women's Rumble matchup, as well as 28 other superstars, including Bayley, who we know will be number 30 in the Women's Royal Rumble. We know the likes of Bianca Belair, Becky Lynch, Jade Cargill, also going to be a part of that matchup. Naomi as well. And now Liv Morgan off the ropes. Hold your forwards. Morgan Oblivion with a rope assistance there. Rope assistance, Oblivion cover. Audio. 2 count. No, it's still not over. Sky kicks her again. Liv Morgan was so damn confident she was going to go to the Rumble and be a higher number than Sky. Liv is pissed and she's punching the official Charles Robinson and now just clotheslined them. Robinson down, courtesy of Liv Morgan, and Liv now out to get a steel chair from under the mat now. Steel chair acquired by Liv Morgan. Io Sky right there, and Io gets walloped over the head with it. The referee's down, there's nothing he can do. Liv with a chair, but Io Sky rolls through, double foot stop, uh-oh. And now Io picks up that chair. That's not what you want for Liv Morgan here. Io Sky launching a chair at Liv, head first. Referee now conveniently getting to his feet. Liv in the corner. Io Sky now looking for something. Referee getting rid of the chair. Drop kick in the corner by Io Sky. Another drop kick to the chest of Liv Morgan. What a main event this has been, ladies and gentlemen. On WWE Dark, we're going to see the Women's Rumble as well as the Men's Rumble, as well as 5 other championship matches this weekend at the Royal Rumble PLA. As Liv Morgan right now, we're going to get a higher number than Io in the Women's Rumble. 2 count off the victory roll to get the victory, not enough just yet. Io still hanging on. Big kick to the hammy by Io Sky. Sky now clothesline centre on the outside of the ring. And now Io, not done yet. Not by a long shot. Sky now, tall, big cross body taking out Liv on the outside. These two cooking up a 5-star meal tonight like they only can. Anytime Io Sky's in the ring, you're always due for an incredible match. Springboard frog splash by Io Sky. Made a taking the wind out of the sails of Liv Morgan in the corner of his Io. Liv, no, kick caught by Liv, kick now by Liv in the corner, another one connects and another one, big stomp, Liv Morgan now, just when we thought it was all over for Liv, Io Sky is now getting a shit stomped out of her by Liv Morgan, a woman who has never won the big one here in the WWE, same as Io Sky. Had multiple opportunities at championships, always been unsuccessful. Will the Rumble be the caller for either of these two women able to get a higher number and a kick out? I mean, whoever gets the higher number doesn't necessarily mean they will win the Women's Royal Rumble matchup. Doesn't necessarily mean the other one won't win either. It just gives you a better chance, however, thing, which is why these two are giving it their absolute all here tonight. I mean, if it wasn't for it, then they'd still give it their absolute all, as these two women always do, each and every time they're in the ring. But Io now, bullet train attack in the corner on Liv for the second time. Back to the tippy top rope, the put Liv down. Get to get a higher entry number in the Women's Rumble. Over the moonsault, number 2 on Liv. Covered out leg and shoulders down, center of the ring, scores 2 against the win. Io Sky will get a higher entrant number in the Women's Royal Rumble matchup than Liv Morgan this weekend. My God, what a match. Will these two women have anything left when it comes to the Women's Royal Rumble matchup. It remains to be seen, and will these two have an interaction in the Women's Rumble as well? I can't wait to find out. It's all going down this weekend. Deadline the night before, Rumble the night after. You don't want to miss it. But what a matchup and what a show it's been here tonight, folks. From WWE, from the SmackDown side of things in Cincinnati, Ohio, from the NXT side of things in East Scotland, City, New York, and from the Raw side of things in St. Paul, Minnesota. Thanks for tuning in, folks. That's all we have time for. Tune in this weekend for Deadline and the Rumble. We'll see you then. Don't miss it. And peace.